Well, hello everybody, and welcome to today's stream where we're going to be playing some Minecraft and talking about the topic of the need to dream again. This one is kind of big for me because I've been really thinking about the importance of having hope and something to look forward to, and I think dreaming is one of those keys to getting to that. So let's have some fun. Well, welcome back to thoutraid, a show where we take on thoughts and find better ways of thinking about them. I'm Brandon, and I'm going to move myself over to this corner, which you can totally not see. And, I just realized I have Minecraft, but I don't have Minecraft showing, and because I did not do future planning far enough. Let me fix that.
Hello, I'm Dan, everyone.
And Dan is with me today. He is also here. You can hear his wonderful voice. There we go. There's Minecraft.
Wonderful voice.
You're hosting a camp out with some friends right now, so you're not going to be interacting. A camp out? Are you, like, watching on your phone from a, like, camp somewhere? What do you mean by that, Zap?
Are you friggin' camping?
And like,
that's cool.
And streaming as you're camping. I find that very interesting. If that is correct. All right, I don't want music to be very loud. I'll have it 30%.
Big if true.
If true, amazing. So, yeah, welcome to our world. We've been working on this world for a bit, and I was definitely not smart enough to leave myself in the open field, but I started the server up early and then hoisted myself inside this room so that it would be nighttime. If it were to be nighttime, I would already be safe in my little basement. Are you okay, Dan?
I'm fine. Yeah, I'm fine. You know, we had the that mod that extends day and stuff, but it still needs to be like set so that it skips night instead of just
It speeds up night.
speeding. Yeah, so I was just laying there in the middle of an open field at night, feeling very exposed.
As the moon rapidly went across the sky.
Yeah, well, I couldn't even really see where the moon was that much because of the blur thing. So it's just like, I sure hope everything turns out fine.
Otherwise, I'm dead.
Yeah.
How
do I turn out that thing with the overlapping?
Yeah. Mods. Was it with? Or no. WTHIT. That's what you will look at.
Yes.
That's why I keep thinking with it, but it's with it.
With it.
Yeah. With it.
With it. Interesting.
Some weird name.
Huh. Okay.
Since Axe was here, he's planted a whole bunch of oak trees around my house, which I don't know what to think about. I didn't plan on this becoming a forest, but here we are.
You've got a forest?
I've got a forest near me.
Chop down your trees!
Please do!
Oh, you want me to? Well,
yes,
it's fun if you want me to.
I have too many trees!
I'm just saying, you know.
Savannah
Not quite as fun.
House Ideas Minecraft. I gotta get back up with the OG of what I was working on because I don't remember what it looked like. I started this thing and then I forgot what. There we go. That's perfect. Alright, now I'm able to see somewhat what I was planning on building. So yeah.
Probably could use all of this wood, to be honest, and maybe even I probably could use a little mining session. Go get some iron.
Yes. I started to get some iron, and and then
how ironic.
Aha! And then I ended up, like, the amount of chat that was happening yesterday, I could not focus on doing anything, except responding on Friday. Yeah, last Friday, I could not focus on anything except just responding.
Everyone making you use a shovel as your main tool for 20 minutes because of the illegal.
because of the torment that everyone wanted me to go through.
The illegal stacks
That I put myself through.
I'm chopping down these trees, but they're automatically replanting, just so you're aware. They're just going to come back. I mean, I could get rid of the saplings, but I'm not going to do that.
Okay. That's fine. This is fine, I think. This is... I'll put up with it for now. So yeah, I'm pretty excited.
Dreams.
Well, that too. I was actually just gonna say I'm getting there.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're good. I was just.
I'll wait.
Wait. Okay. I was gonna just mention again how I'm kind of excited to build this house now that I actually have a picture of it, and it'll look different than anything I've done, and that's the main thing I'm going for. I've done my traditional wooden medieval houses, and this is still vastly that. But nice. I'm kind of going for a medieval ranch house rather than a medieval house.
Okay, a medieval ranch.
Yeah. Because I want to have a literal ranch.
Life on the ranch.
Yeah, I want to have a literal ranch going on here. And utilize some of that create mod for that.
Yeah. Okay, why is there a chest here with 5 melon slices and 6 raw iron?
That's probably something to do with Axeman, for all that I can tell.
Yeah, but I know that Axeman doesn't, like... For all the time that he was playing, he didn't only have a chest with 5 melons and 5 iron or whatever it was.
I mean, it's entirely possible that he just put it there because he had too much of his inventory and needed a quick place to put something.
I don't believe that. We got the stacks.
I mean...
we got the illegal stacks.
I'm
just kidding. It won't replant. Oh, maybe it will.
It just takes a moment.
I don't know. Okay.
It takes a moment to do that replanting.
Fine. Sure.
It's fine, okay.
I'm fine. Nothing is bad.
Good.
I'm trying this wonky build. I don't know how well I'll be able to pull it off.
Oh, you're trying something different too?
Mm-hmm.
What are you going to be working on specifically?
I'm like working on like a Seuss wobbly house thing. But I'm feeling very unconfident. So I'm just going to start.
Fair. I'm kind of in the same boat. I realize now, looking at what I built, that this is not quite what was prescribed to me in the Google picture that I'm looking at right now. And I have to undo some of my work, and I am sad. So I understand. My confidence is not at an all-time high when it comes to making this, but I will keep working at it.
Yeah, I mean, so.
But I have hope that it will turn out well.
I got myself a falling bucket. I'm building pillars, and
smart.
I need a falling bucket.
Have you ever used, when you were building those bamboo quick place down, quick destroy...
Oh yeah, the scaffolding.
Scaffolding, that's where I was trying to find.
Yeah, I've used those.
I've used
scaffolding before.
I need to get used to that.
It's convenient. Like, you know, it's a little bit wonky because like shift makes you go down. Or no, it doesn't. I don't know, man. It can be a little bit wonky, but honestly, it is pretty nice. It's in a lot of ways it's nicer than just like dirt scaffolding or something.
Yeah.
Like it makes the game a little easier.
Probably looks more professional.
I guess. Although I don't know how important that is, you know, for a build to be professional while it's being built, but...
Thinking of which,
for the RP.
I definitely... For the role... Yeah. For the roleplay specifically is why it needs to look professional, yes.
Yes.
But that reminds me, I need to start placing down bamboo because I would like to create some of those things, and I'd like to grow some bamboo for myself.
Well, you certainly can do.
And will. There we go.
Well, there you will is up to you.
So, yes.
You big boy. I'm sorry I said that.
Oh, you're good. No, it's fine. I am a big boy. It's fine. To be fair, I am a big boy.
That's what Mom says.
I'm a big boy now. Oh gosh. I,
No, don't. That's about diapers. You can't do that.
I guess.
All right, if two of us sleep, is the night gonna pass even faster?
Theoretically, I'll try. I have no way of gauging that though because I have my bed underneath my house, so I can't.
Well,
really...
you can look at the timer. It doesn't look like it's going any faster.
What timer? Where?
Though. There's above the map. The journeys map.
Oh, it's going up in intervals of like 10 seconds, just about. It seems.
5 seconds. It looks like, but it didn't increase when.
Oh, it didn't go any faster when I went to bed. Got it.
Right. Yes.
What is the name of that mod?
Time and Wind.
Time and no. And nope.
It might just be worth removing because of the. It also causes some weird stuff at sunrise and sunset. The shaders freak out for a second.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. It's like I don't know.
Game rule, give help. Give help. Set world spawn, nothing to do with that. World border, no. Summon, save. Set idle timeout, no. Stop whitelist bookshelf, create. Waypoint, WP, season, TAW, TB, Wayla dump. Nothing in here says anything about that, so I have to manually do something about it, I think.
What? 19. Yeah, you have to do it when the server's off, I guess. I'm just trying to figure out what's... Okay, there we go. Now it's daytime. And I see a creeper off in the distance, just like... he wants to be friends.
Unfortunately, I'm not interested in being friends.
Have you ever thought... when you've seen a creeper, have you ever thought that like they kind of look like sad and lonely, especially off in the distance? They're just like looking at you in your house, and it's kind of like, oh.
I don't think I've felt that way towards a creeper.
Sometimes I'm like, oh man, I wish you had a better life, better than just like I don't know, lusting after random adventurers and then like just self-destructing on them.
Maybe it's for the best. I don't know if I want something lusting after me.
The only thing I want lusting after me is my wife.
Right. Trying to figure out where to put windows in this ranch-style house is a nightmare. I probably shouldn't start with that. I should probably just start with the deck that heads out.
Man, I want to be creative, but I gotta go friggin' down into the middle of the earth.
Gotta get that stone. We went down there, Axe and I, in the last stream. You might have saw parts of it. There's a lot going on down there.
I did see parts of it. I think I just trapped myself. Now I can build up. Oh, the cave. Okay. The like crater that we can see just runs into the cave. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay. That's cool. I like it.
You don't have to do a mine shaft to get there.
Yeah. Oh wait, I have a spare iron pickaxe. When did that? Okay.
Although
apparently
to be fair,
I made.
We probably should make an actual mine shaft into the earth because we have crate and we can just go a little elevator down there.
Yeah. Like diamond level. That'd be good. Get some diamonds.
I'm ready for it. But hope. Talking about hope today.
I hope that I find diamonds. I'll tell you that.
I was thinking about the need for dreaming today, and how that relates to hope and growth. And it's something I've kind of probably vaguely seen over the course of my life, but never actually put it together until literally today. So I figured, what better way to begin to collect my thoughts than to have myself have to talk about it in a stream. So I'm
Do it live.
So I'm kind of nervous. I'm not gonna lie. Like the beginning, my usual calm throughout this is kind of diminished. I think it's also because we're actually streaming to Twitch again, in addition to Facebook and YouTube. So it's like a whole different experience for me. All over
Hello,
again.
Twitch.
Hello, Twitch. And I'm hoping things are popping up there. I think they should be. Let me just double check. Yep, it's saying live now. Yep, it's working. So good.
Very good.
And everything looks like it's working properly, too, which is even better.
So I think that hope is an underrated necessity for having like a healthy, being a healthy person. I think hope is an underrated aspect of that.
Yeah.
You kind of look at like, I don't know, maybe this is morbid to start off with this, but I'm going to start off with it. If you look at people that have given up hope, like if someone is dealing with a sort of sickness, people that have given up hope tend to succumb to it much quicker than those that hang on to hope. Sometimes those that hang on to hope, outlast it, survive it. And I think that's like an extreme example of how hope, I think, affects just everyday life. Like when if you've lost hope or you give up hope, and no judgments if you've lost hope, because it can happen to everyone. You get super discouraged and you feel hopeless. Like that's a normal feeling that happens sometimes, but
Right.
Yeah, it's one of those things that I don't think that a lot of people maybe realize how important it is in everyday life.
Yeah.
And I can think of I can think of times where I felt hopeless and then I came out of that and I was like, oh my gosh, like I feel so different. I can't believe how bad I felt, how much that hopelessness was affecting me before.
Yeah.
You've had experiences like that, right?
I've definitely felt hopeless plenty of times. For me, hopelessness is more of an acute problem than a chronic problem. So I will feel hopeless and spiral fast. But then I also recover fast too. Because I have learned how to build in a support structure, like with you and some other people, to help me when I begin to spiral, so I'm not just falling into depression and just staying there. And so, and I think in general, I've always had, if it hasn't been you guys, I've also had like my parents in the beginning, or some family members that have been able to help me, teachers even, who has been able to help me consistently stay away from just completely and totally defeated hopelessness. But I've definitely felt hopeless multiple times throughout my life. Even within a month or two ago, was kind of feeling that, and I've kind of come through that again. Actually, maybe 2 months now by this point, I want to say. I'm not really keeping exact track. I just know it was this year for sure. But like sooner than just this year, because it could mean all the way back to January. And I do not mean all the way back to January that far.
So is there how do you recognize it in yourself? How do you recognize the feeling of hopelessness? And the reason I ask that is because I kind of think that it can also be really subtle, which is weird. You'd think you would know if you felt hopeless, but sometimes it sneaks under the radar for me.
I think when I feel hopeless, what it feels like is there's a bit of victim mentality that I pick up, where I just feel like I am incapable of overcoming whatever it is that's in front of me or figuring it out.
Yeah.
Like a feeling of ineptitude at something with no hope. Oh, well, literally. With no chance of redemption is maybe a better way of putting it, since we're trying to find hope with the word hope. Very helpful. But yeah, feeling unable, feeling as a victim to whatever it is that I'm trying to overcome.
Feeling unable. I think that's good. I haven't really thought of it too much that way. Just the feeling of inability, of feeling unable. But that can definitely be a sign of hopelessness.
Yeah, it definitely is for me.
Yeah. Well, I guess, okay, because like if you're sort of like struggling with something in life, just like a negative thought pattern or something like that. Anxiety has been one that I have had to fight off for a long while. And so I guess because of that, there's those times I could see where those times of feeling unable to do anything about it and unable to make any progress, like that's definitely a sign of hopelessness.
Yeah.
Like I've lost hope. And it becomes so much more difficult to just it's almost like there's even some like potential for regressing a little bit,
Yeah.
like going backwards in growth that I've already pushed for. If I feel hopeless, I can just sort of give up to the point where I fall back into old habits.
Yeah. I've recently had to actually no. I'm recognizing that I've kind of felt this hopelessness even as within yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah, like as recent as yesterday, I'm recognizing because, you've heard me and people that have viewed my streams for thoughtraid has heard me talk about the many times that I've struggled with porn. It's like one of the most talked about things. We have not a metaphorical, but we have a one that we hold in our heads for the amount of times days gone without Brandon talking about porn.
Yeah.
And it's an ongoing joke for thoughtraid.
Yeah.
And I've been dealing with it again. But this time I've made some progress in terms of recognizing what of the triggers that are involved in making me look at porn again. 2, what its dangers actually mean to me and what they don't, because I've assumed more than what actually does happen. And so a lot of the fears, once again, that I had propped up against resisting temptation is just gone. And I'm trying to find new ground that doesn't involve fear to resist temptation.
Yeah.
And I've felt hopeless the past couple of days, because now without that pressing urgent feeling that I feel like I have to overcome this, otherwise it's terrible. I don't have that.
It's gonna take over my life.
Right, so I've felt almost no resistance when temptation comes, which I don't like.
Yeah.
And therefore I've felt hopeless literally up until yesterday. And
What changed yesterday?
I've been asking God to reconvict my heart related to porn. And there was an article that came up through Dr. Michael Brown that he had posted, because he does it often on this news app thing called, or not news, but some kind of thing called The Stream. And it was about exchanging short-term pleasure for long-term healthiness or something to that degree. And it was just a reminder of not trading in the what feels good in the moment, or what's better for what feels good in the moment. And it was just a nice reminder of that, and I had to remind myself of several different things and look forward once again that I can do this even if it sucks. The temptation is not because there's something wrong with me. I hear a zombie coming up. I I'm not a victim. I don't have to wait until an arbitrary moment to start again. Whatever, blah blah blah. I can do this. Even if it doesn't feel like I have a lot of strength in the moment or care in the moment, I can do this. So it's just
So it was literally just God kind of gave you like a booster shot of hope,
right. Right.
that's awesome.
He gave me a vision of myself succeeding.
Okay, yeah.
And that's why I want to, that's a
A
reason.
vision of yourself succeeding. That's really profound.
Yeah.
That's the word I'm looking for.
It's and it's something that I really wanted to like talk about, the need to dream again. Because I feel like a underrated way or important part of having hope is one's desire and ability to dream. Because we all can dream, but there might be some reservations to dreaming again. And I just kind of want to work through that, however that may look, to encourage us to dream again, because I feel like from knowing certain friends in my life, I've just, and noticing the differences between their life and what they struggle through, and my life, what I struggle through, I realize one of the main differences is that I often dream, and I envision what my future could look like, and it does make a difference. It does give me energy each day to keep going when I otherwise don't feel like going.
Yeah. having a dream ahead of you, it's like having a goal, if you know, for in other language.
Yeah, that's another word that you could use for dream.
Yeah. You know, I think that's something I really need to learn how to do for myself. I don't think I'm that good at it. Keeping a vision in front, keeping a dream, that kind of a thing. I don't think that it doesn't come natural to me. What comes natural to me is to look at the everything that could go wrong, which I think, you know, I mean, that's kind of typical. Like, that's the easy way to do things.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the default way to do things. I think most people, our minds want to just default to that. And it takes effort and work to keep vision and dreams ahead of you.
Yeah, I'm pretty good at dreaming, but I still have to remember to dream, even being good at it.
Yeah, right. That's, I mean, there you go. Like it's more inbuilt in you for either by nature or by nurture, but still you have to work on it. That's interesting.
I think your, like, a person's nurture affects their willingness to dream. Because if your nurturing environment and your is involving like a parent that dreams a lot but isn't in doesn't really control themselves well, so they're always dreaming and going off from one thing to the next, but they don't finish what they start or whatever, I think it could damper your willingness to dream, because it would make dreaming because of them look irresponsible.
Yeah, I have met people that seemed very unstable because not because they were dreaming, but because, like you said, one thing to the next without like follow through or commitment on any of the things that they start.
Right.
And I've actually been that person before. When I was younger, I used to get really frustrated at myself because I would start a lot of different creative projects and I would lose steam pretty early on. I wanted to learn how to make music.
Mm-hmm.
And like electronic music. I wanted to I don't know what you would even call that. But yeah, I wanted to learn how to make electronic music.
Mm-hmm.
So I got this program. I got a few different programs, and I actually did, looking back now, I stuck with it for longer than I gave myself credit for. You know, it was a few years. The thing, though, was that I didn't stick with individual songs that I was working on.
Mm.
I would start like a million songs, and like barely any of them got out of like just the initial, you know, first few bars to the song. A few did, and had potential. You know, I actually gone back and listened to. And there's just other things, you know. There, I tried to learn how to draw and like get good at that, but I lost steam really quick. My sister actually taught piano for years and offered to teach me, and I had like one one lesson, and I didn't do any of the homework, and just that was it, you know. um, the like ability, I guess, to keep a vision ahead of what the end result would look like, that doesn't come naturally. That's difficult for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Although you know, hey, relevant to what we're talking about right now, it's become easier. And I think because a big part of that is because I am learning how to have hope and have vision and dream. You know, it's something that you and I have talked about off camera before. It's just like it's almost like having passions for me is a muscle that is atrophied. Like I've just never really used it in life, and so it's so weak, and it takes a lot, and it's hard to like do use it at all. And so yeah, the passion combined with, it seems like the passion combined with hope, and a vision specifically, it's like you need the passion for some of the moment to moment stuff, and you need the hope for the sustained drive for it. You know, you need to be able to like keep the vision in front of you to be able to keep going, because otherwise you're just going to keep losing steam.
Yeah, I think that's an important next step. So, like, some people may not dream because they've seen it poorly modeled, or someone will dream and then they'll keep following their dreams, but then they don't actually take care of what's right in front of them because they're always got their head in the cloud,
chasing the next dream. Yeah,
right, exactly. And so they don't finish what they start. They're like not taking care of bills in the house, because they're always trying to chase their dream but never actually take care of what's right there in front of them. So there's that.
Yeah.
But then I think another reason why people don't dream is what you just mentioned, where they kind of disqualify what makes them most excited.
Yeah.
And,
oh man, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I've done for years. Disqualify what makes you most excited. What a, like, that's quotable, bro.
Right. So, like, it's hard to dream if every time you want to dream, the thing that you want to dream about is like, I can't dream about that. That's not realistic.
Yeah, right. Yep.
Like, there's only, and I've said this, I have some cousins that I've worked with through this, and I've said this to them. It's like, there's no real replacement for passion. Like, you can't replace passion with a nice paying job, you know, security, or anything that, like, you can't do that. Like, I do not regret the time that I spent doing stuff with thoughtraid before I ended up getting my job at New Balance because I had to. Like, I do not regret that year of time that I spent and then allowing myself to get to a place where I was almost completely out of money. Like, there's no regret from that, and I was able to start what I'm doing here, and passion has kept me going and has given me perspective on what I need to be doing at New Balance and how much I need to be doing it in order, you know, to, like, stay almost alive in a way. Like, I don't know what I would be doing right now if I didn't have something passionate to drive. Like, before I went to college, my goal kept changing. I kept thinking about traditional ministry directions. And I was going to maybe do stuff. Hello! Welcome back, Hell Knight.
Savaloy?
I have oi
what's
oi
that?
saveloy. I have no idea. Something
What's that mean?
something British. I don't know.
Well, I'm asking Hell Knight. Translate for me. I'm very much a white American.
Shovel Boy is doing good. He's made very little bit of progress on his house, but he's definitely not entirely Shovel Boy right now.
You are the Shovel Knight.
I am now the Shovel Knight. I have upgraded.
Original idea. Do not steal.
Yeah, original. Ow! I just jumped off of the ledge and got a little damage. Yeah.
If you're wondering if he's learned, if the punishment was enough, nope, it was not. We are still illegal stacking, boys. Let's go.
We still have a stack of 138 sticks. Let's go.
Let's go. No one needs that many sticks. Let's go.
I'm stressed.
Oh no. Why are you stressed because oh god, water. Okay, hold on. Oh, that's good. Okay, we're good. I'm good. Everything's fine. Everything's fine.
It's fine, okay? I'm fine. Everything's fine. Nothing is wrong.
Listen, Hell Knight, after the stream that we did last week, you should be able to handle stress perfectly after one stream.
You should.
That's all it takes.
Yeah, that's exactly right. That's all.
You know everything you need to know, and I expect better from you now.
Yes.
Obviously, I'm super kidding.
But also kind of serious. No.
That's how I look at my own growth sometimes. It is not a good way of looking at growth.
No. But yeah,
Right.
you can't leave your passions in the dust. Like that's a great way to destroy hope.
Did you just call us donuts? That's my favorite thing I've ever been called.
I've never been called the donut before. To be fair, yes, me neither.
Is that? Yeah, I'm gonna start saying that. Is that thing that people say? Am I just like outdated? Do I not know?
You need to get up.
I mean, okay, I know that I'm a little outdated. It's fine.
Update the lexicons. We're a bunch.
Oh, did you mean to type in clowns? Because donuts, donuts is my favorite. Don't change it.
Donuts is arguably better.
I love it.
You should definitely donut change it.
Do not ever change.
Ah! Someone help me. You're a donut. Oh.
Yes, I am. Proud third generation donut.
Just jump right to the third generation.
That's where the good stuff happens, you know? It's where you get to chase the dreams of being a sprinkly boy. I don't know.
A sprinkly boy. Ah! That makes sense. Chase those dreams of being a sprinkly boy.
Chase the sprinkles.
But yeah, today, Hell Knight, we're talking about the importance of dreaming again. Provided you have not been dreaming. And why we think it's a good thing. I got the Dosed 3 competitive game in a row. Oh, DDoS.
DDoSed?
Yikes.
Dang, that's rough.
So let's talk about being hopeful.
Man, that really sucks. Anyway.
Yes, very sad. Anyway. Oh, I do love that about Loki, the TV program. That was good. Oh god, I'm in the pit with the pigs. I don't want to be here.
Loki stole it from Top Gear.
No pigs.
That was like a thing that they would joke about a lot. One of the hosts would be like, "Oh no." Anyway,
maybe they did. Maybe it did not come out of a vacuum.
So yeah, so hope.
Yep, that's what we're talking about today.
Yeah.
And the need and how kind of having like dreaming again is a good way to help with that. Because honestly, again, it's hard to hope going with the last point without like having the things that you're passionate about and like, you know, having something to dream about in the first place. I think what helps me move forward with how dark sometimes the world can be is like having thoughtraid in a way. Like knowing that I have this as a way to help people, and maybe by helping people, you know, things can be made better. Maybe not all over the place, but in some places, at least in someone's life, I'd be able to help one person who is struggling, and their life doesn't have to be completely sucky.
Yeah. To be able to like kind of share some of the stuff that you've gone through, so that they are not having to go through the exact same thing, and especially not having to go through it alone.
Right. Like, they may have to go through the exact same thing, but at least they don't have to feel like they're completely alone and have no idea how to deal with it.
Yeah.
And that's the main thing. It doesn't help me with these stacks.
I was trying to go to the...
Uh-huh.
I was trying to build a little shelter for myself to sleep in real quick, but the sun is going down way too quick.
Trying to build something really nice, but it's hard, because you also have to balance going to bed at the right time.
I mean, right now, I'm literally just building like a wood shack so that I can...
Illegal
Sorry,
stack
I just
hell.
got this picture of like, it's really hard going to bed on time, like hiding the DS under the pillow and stuff like that, so that mom doesn't see when she comes in.
Yes, Hell Knight, I still do play Overwatch, but we're kind of waiting for Overwatch 2 at this point.
Yeah, Overwatch 2.
It's definitely a vibe.
I don't know, man. I don't know about competitive. It stresses me out.
I wanna do it, but yes, I'm in the same boat.
The problem is that I really want to be good, and I'm not. Like I'm okay, but like I'm okay when I play quick play, and so you know. Yeah.
Are you saying we've been waiting 3 years for Overwatch 2? Is that what you're saying? Or I don't know what exactly you've been waiting for 3 years for, other than potentially Overwatch 2.
Overwatch 2. We've been waiting 3 years. It stresses me out. Yeah, are you talking about Overwatch 2?
Sounds like
When did they announce it 3 years ago?
I mean, yeah, I know it's been announced for a very long time, and it very well might have been 2019.
Yeah, I could see that.
2019 was 3 years ago.
Yep. Which is, I don't like that.
Yeah. I don't like how the youngest person of one of our family friends, my Aunt Janet's daughter's son is now a senior in high school, and I had known him since he was a babe.
Yeah.
Like, I'm now old enough to start seeing babies turn into high school students.
Yeah. It's weird.
Yep.
The thing about getting old is it's weird. No matter how you slice it.
I don't like it. But I have to get used to it because I can't get out of this current cold time.
I think that I don't know exactly what to. I feel like I'm going to repeat myself. I'm going to say it anyway. I just having a vision for the future, having hope for the future, and like being intentional about doing that, and not just like that's really important, and it's something that I need to really work on personally because I think maybe I've had this perspective a little bit, where it's like people that dream big, I just kind of have attributed it to, oh, that's just like a natural inclination that they have. It's not necessarily a something that it's something that they have to work on and be intentional about. But it is. You do have to work and be intentional about it.
Did you read something? You all of a sudden just. Are you reading what Hell Knights say?
Yeah. All right, I'll read it out loud. So, yep, Overwatch 2 was meant to come out in 2019. It's been pushed back so many times. Delays over and over. Honestly, I don't think of the further cause. What always comes up is my dad. Mom dead, me alone. Dash get difficult sometimes, so I live in the here and now. Did your mom pass away? I'm really sorry to hear that.
Get difficult sometimes. Oh, that gets difficult. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I could see. I mean, yeah.
Oh, so they're still around. Okay.
Okay.
Creeper.
I was trying to figure out what that was about.
There's a creeper in the house.
Okay. So you're saying when you think of the future, that's what you think of. Okay, I see. But that's the thing. Like, that's what comes naturally to you when you think of the future. But that's not what has to come to you when you think of the future. You can change how you perceive the future, and what it's going to be. That's kind of what we're talking about now. It's like being intentional to say, to have hope and be like, the future could be different and better than it is right now.
Well, I mean, to be fair, like, I also think about the same things Hell Knights thinks about, like my parents being dead. Like, I know we've talked about this multiple times in the little group that we're a part of, but like, it's a real thing of like, not something you need to focus on though.
Right, that's kind of what I'm saying. It's like, just because it comes up naturally, it comes to mind naturally when you think about it, doesn't mean that that has to be the thing that you think of when you think of the future. You can change how you see the future by saying, no, I'm not gonna, I'm gonna have a different vision for the future, which I feel like you may be able to speak to better because you're better practiced at having a vision for the future.
Well, I mean, I think if we're going to get to the dark topic of your parents being dead and having better future related to a topic like that, there is a better way of looking at it, though. And part of it is what Hell Knight's already talking about, which is not really focusing so much on it because your parents aren't dead in the present, and so you can focus on that, but. Part of having a better focus for the future, just looking at it from the perspective of, because the second part, what you said, Hell Knight, of just being alone, like, there's no thought in there about what if you get married. You wouldn't be alone then if your parents were to die. If you're a Christian, you have God who is continuously in your life, sometimes in a very annoying way, but definitely still there, because he sees and knows everything that's going on. Anyways, I love him. Friends, having friends in your life, being conscious of that, and recognizing that could also very well be a part of your future, especially if you're taking the time to like make friends and to be around people, and having a dream. What kind of future do you want to have when your parents get to the age where they're going to eventually pass away? Like, what can you envision for yourself in that? Instead of just accepting whatever the vision is that comes immediately, you can choose where direction you want to head and start making preparations in that direction.
Yeah. Yeah, and there is stuff in life that you can't control, but there's stuff in life that you can. And it's kind of like finding, like, this is gonna get like really philosophical, but it's almost like being happy in life is a lot about finding the balance between focusing on what you can control and letting go of what you can't.
Yeah. I think one of the challenges that I have being a person who is always thinking about the future is that I lose focus on what I can control and focus on what I can't.
Yeah.
And then that just brings me a lot of anxiety because I'm looking at all the uncontrollables. So, like, in this situation, again, with dying parents, I can't control my parents eventually dying. I also can't control how they're going to die or how fast. But I can control what I choose. Is there a creeper? Yeah, that's a creeper. I can control, what... I can control my attitude towards the present moment, to not necessarily deny what I feel, but to feel it and then move towards what I want to feel, like, shift my focus about it. I can control, like I said, like, having a dream for what that future might look like of, like, okay, I want to have friends later on in my life. I want to have a wife later on in my life. That when this time eventually comes, I'm not completely alone in handling it. And dreaming about that. What does it look like? What does it take to get to that? You know, what do I need to be a part of? Do I need to get myself more involved in local groups? Do I need to go out to parties or something, you know, because I'm too stingy? Not stingy. What's the word?
Reclusive?
Reclusive, right. You know, kind of dreaming what I would like my life to look like in that situation, and then that can start to give me hope and a direction to head in. Oh, no. I enjoy what you're talking about, Hell Knight. Like, this is the whole point of part of this dream, is to go deep and to look at the things that otherwise uncomfortable to talk about so that we can get comfortable about them, be hopeful, and walk out of this encouraged.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, we're not afraid to go deep.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, you've probably seen some of our other streams, like when it's just like me and Tim sitting in front of a camera. That's all we do, is we just go into these things, because in order to be okay, you're going to have to take some time to look at the things that make you uncomfortable, figure out why they make you uncomfortable, and then find better ways of thinking about them.
Yay, there
thoutraid!
That's the thing he says.
Yeah. And you were mentioning, Hell, now you said, but when you look into the future, nothing is 100%. Every little thing has a huge impact that changes your mind and the outcome of an expected results. And yes, but that doesn't mean you don't dream. Just because the future is so random, and the way you thought something was going to happen may not be the way that it turns out. You still dream, because it's like, if there's a difference between... I like to imagine it this way. I'm gonna bring it into this picture, okay? Not dreaming. Everyone is in a river, okay? Time is kind of like a river. It's going in one direction. We don't really have control over it, like, individually. But we're just kind of heading down a particular way. In this particular stream, unlike where you could kind of, you know, build a boat and head upstream, that's not in this metaphor how things are going to work. We're just kind of caught in it without that. You can struggle again, and even in this, actually, yeah, okay, so here's where I'm going with this. You're in a stream, you don't have a boat, so you can't just swim against the current of time. You and the water. You can fight the water, okay? You can choose, I'm going to go upstream. And you could probably do that for a period of time, but your strength and your ability to do that is limited, and then you end up more tired, and then the water pulls you further down faster because you don't have any sort of, well, I mean, I don't know if it pulls you faster, but you're still gonna eventually end up going back downstream again. You gotta in the whole body of water. The body of water is carrying you one direction. Not dreaming, you're gonna be carried, okay? Regardless if you dream or don't dream, time is gonna carry you down that stream. And without dreaming, you're just kind of aimlessly going wherever it takes you. Okay, so it may take you in this, you know, theoretical situation, the metaphorical situation, it could take you over some rapids, sharp rocks, a lot of issues going on in that direction. Without dreaming, you could go in that direction. You may not go in that direction. Who knows? Life is random. You know, you may end up in a situation, you get hurt. You end up going bankrupt. You end up, you know, someone dies in your life. You don't know what's going to happen in the future. But if you're not planning for it, you're not dreaming, you're not looking into the future, anything that's going to happen is going to happen to you. Dreaming is choosing a direction that you're going to head in life. So instead of just immediately going towards those bad situations, because sometimes you can't avoid them, but sometimes you can lessen them or avoid them and move in a different direction, and dreaming gives you the ability to look, okay, I want to head off to the right a little bit more. Because I can see down the road that if I keep going down this path, I can see some testy waters in that area, but it's not quite as testy to the right. And that's what dreaming does. It kind of gives you direction. There still may be things on the other side of that area that you're still inevitably going to go through, but you now are going with the stream, and you're choosing the direction you want to head in, and it makes life a little less chaotic.
Yeah, I think to add what Brandon's saying, you can't control the direction of your life fully.
Right.
But you do have a lot of control in your life.
Yeah.
There are things that are going to happen to you that are outside of your control, but there are things that there's a lot in life that you do have control over. And one of those things is picturing a better future for yourself, because that brings you hope, and that hope is like, it's like a source of strength when stuff gets like really difficult.
Yeah. When I mentioned this earlier, but I want to go over it again. When I get super stressed out about all that's going on in the world, because it's very easy for me to try to look at, oh, World War III can break out, and now I'm going to be drafted into the army or something, and I'm going to die in the battlefield, or be taken into the enemy's camp and tortured, whatever. These are things that go through my head. I'd never take the time to actually externally verbalize them, like, wow, that's actually in me. You know, it's those moments of what I'm dreaming for that kind of keeps me stable and moving forward and getting up in the morning. Like, I don't know how much of my ability to wake up instantaneously and start doing things is genetics. It's probably a good part genetics. But there is a part of it that's also because of the hope that I have and the dream that I have that gets me up, and I'm thinking about, okay, gotta go to work, but then after work I get to come and I can do this live stream and talk to people and hopefully help people through my experiences, and that gives me the energy to go through a job that I don't necessarily want to do because it's not my passion, but I know it's buying me time to follow my passions. And so that dreaming of looking forward to the day when I can actually travel to meet people in person and, you know, talk to them and talk live to other people, to be able to visit England and visit Japan and other countries, and to help other streamers and to start industries. I have so many dreams. All that sits there, and it makes it a lot easier to deal with all the other crap that's going on in the world, because I know I don't have control over the ultimate course of where this world is headed, but I do have some ability to affect some people's lives, and maybe that will turn into greater living for everyone in the country that I'm in, or the state that I'm in, or the county I'm in. I don't know.
Well, that's good. Like, you're dreaming big there. A lot of people are afraid of dreaming that big, and I think part of that is the fear of failure, you know?
True.
That can keep people from dreaming. Oh, you've got some...
I've got
You've
nail.
got some company.
Ow.
Oh, man. So, Hell Knight said, what if you are given a choice, like 60% mental pain now, or you can dodge the issue. Let's see. Dodge, and the issue gets worse and builds out to 100% mental pain. Because I dodged an issue, but it made it worse. That's hard to directly respond to, for me at least, because I don't really know exactly what you're going after or what you're talking about. But because I went a little north of that stream without knowing, I don't know what that means. But
There's references there I'm not knowing.
But I mean, generally, the longer you let something sit that you know you need to deal with, the more it builds, the more pressure builds around it. So it's, I mean, yeah, it's generally definitely better to deal with things more up front when you can.
Yeah.
Like, sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead. I have a thought to what he said, but I want you to finish.
There's a balance to it. You don't want to go so crazy trying to tackle every possible issue that may come up that you see, where you're stressed out all the time because you're trying to fix everything that you ever see wrong with yourself. Always in the moment, you know. I have a tendency to do that sometimes with myself. So you don't want to do that. You want to be, but you do want to not go on for long periods of time avoiding things and sweeping them under the rug, because then the pile under that rug gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and you start tripping on it, and you start stubbing your toe on it, and other people start tripping on it, and it's just like, until you deal with it, it doesn't go away.
I think the answer to your question, Hell Knight, is related. You already have the answer to your own question. I just want to rephrase it in this particular way. Do you want to deal with 60% pain, or do you want to deal with 100% pain?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Would you prefer to be completely in pain or partially in pain?
Yeah. Yep. The pain of not dealing with something can be a lot worse, because you're sort of, it's lingering, so it's stretched out over time. A lot of times it grows, so it gets worse. And I don't know, it's like denial, which is kind of, it sounds like maybe what you're talking about, just like pretending like it's not there, not an issue, and not dealing with it.
He says,
denial is only effective for so long.
Yeah. I'll be honest, me, an ADHD, dyslexic, autistic, not autistic. Is that autistic you meant to say? Etc. I have tried to kill myself with a lot of times. I'm now highly medicated, and I got a special school, and I get in huge fights a lot of the time. So, what's been going on? Like, what has been, like, bothering you to the point where you've been, like, wanting to end your life? Because that's pretty important to talk about. If you're willing to talk about it. Because I know you're on a public stream, so you don't have to talk about it publicly if you don't want to. But since you brought it up, I want to give you the opportunity to kind of present whatever you want to present, so we can speak to that a little bit better. Because you were mentioning, like, some high things. Like, I've dealt with some dyslexia and some, I don't know if it's ADHD, because I'm not very hyper, but definitely attention deficit problems. So I can relate to that. Not the hyper part, but definitely the what? Like, if it's not interesting enough, I just easily get distracted. I've had that problem.
I do want to say, Hell Knight, I'm glad that you didn't succeed in killing yourself. Like, the world is a better place with you in it, and life, as much as it feels like it's really terrible and miserable right now, it can get better.
You said,
so I'm glad that you're still here.
People think I just over-exaggerate my issues, and no one takes me. Really?
So let me just, that's called trivializing or belittling. When someone doesn't validate something that you're going through, it can be really painful and confusing, because you think, well, this shouldn't be as big of a deal. Why is it such a big deal? What's wrong with me? And you start pointing the finger. At least that's what I've done. Start pointing the finger inward. There's got to be something wrong with me. You do need some people around you that will not trivialize and belittle the things that you're going through.
Yeah.
And we're here for you, man.
Yeah. Says, so people I try to talk to just shove me away so I don't talk to them.
I'm sorry to hear that.
That is not... I have been there. Except I didn't really even get a chance, honestly. Like, I've been on so far of a particular end of it where I just kind of got excluded from things. So I don't do days out, friends, social talks. Okay. That's hard. So, a little background with me. I've never been a popular person, ever. I grew up, I'm from Florida, and I lived there until I was 9. And I feel like, really, from the point that I moved from Florida until college, I went through a really rough place when it came to having friends and feeling like I was accepted. Like, when I was in Florida, I guess when I was surrounded by people that I grew up with, it was not as bad, and I also was younger, so I didn't really think about acceptance as much, too. I just existed and was. But when I went to North Carolina, where I'm at now, I began to, really mature and grow up. But because I was a gamer, and in the early 2000s, gaming was still not quite as widely accepted. Like, your generation, I think, is much more wildly accepting of gamers.
Wildly accepting.
Yes, wild. It's wild. Than my generation has been, at least in the area that I grew up. It was all about football, sports of some sort, and I'm talking about American football, just to clarify, because I think you're in England.
Yeah, I mean, I grew up in more north in Virginia, and it was, I don't think it was just a Florida thing. Like, there's definitely a lot more of like a sort of a judgment against people that played video games, or a lot of video games, or people that reached a certain age and were still playing video games. It was looked at as like a child's thing and like an unproductive, just like it was just judged a lot.
Right. So I grew up with that, particularly through middle school to high school. Middle school was the worst, honestly. Middle school was the time where I felt the most alone, because I went through 3 different schools in elementary school, like fifth grade specifically. I went to 3 different schools. Then I went to, and that last school, I stayed there until 6th grade. And when I got to 7th grade, I ended up going to a school that was maybe 50 students total. And I'm not talking about in my class. I'm talking about the school from like kindergarten to 10th or 11th grade was just, and I don't think they had 12th grade, but like 10th or 11th grade, they just had 50 some odd students. And that was it. And my class was 12, maybe, students. And so I went to this school, and I did not fit in. And I was the only one that I think that did not fit in. It seemed to be that way. I fit in somewhat with the kids, and somewhat with the high schoolers, and somewhat with the teachers, but my own class definitely did not like me. And there was many days where I'd go home alone, and video games that's where I found my community. Actually, the reason why we have thoughtraid, the reason why I have UGN previously, is because when I was in middle school and high school, I got a part of a Battlefield squad called Iron Sharpens Iron, or ISI. And hello, welcome back, Zap. So that was kind of like where I found my community growing up, because I couldn't really find community in my own school. And so I felt very alone. And then when I got to high school, I really felt like, and that is not true, Hell Knight. The world is not better without you. No. But continuing, when I got to high school, that's where I began to feel like I had like something wrong with me. Like I felt like I had like some sort of autism or Asperger's something, because again, I didn't really fit in. The only people that I could fit in were the people that like were already kind of socially awkward. So they didn't fit in, I didn't fit in. Together we somewhat fit in with our own little
With
group.
our powers combined.
With our powers combined, we awkwardly worked. But that was it. And even when I was in my own like my own church that I was going to, I also didn't feel like I fit in there. And I didn't get physically bullied a lot, but I definitely got rejected a lot, to the point where I've struggled, even in my 30s, sometimes I've struggled with rejection anxiety. And so that's kind of shaped me. That's really shaped me into who I am today, to the point where I really make efforts that if someone is willing to work with me, I'm going to work with them. You know, regardless of what I feel towards them, regardless if I like what they look like or what they do or whatever, I'm willing to work with just about any person who is willing to give me their time. And that's why I'm really huge about making communities, because I used to be the one that didn't have a community that fit in well, except my parents. And, you know, when you're trying to make friends, like, there's only so much your parents can do for you.
Yeah.
Because they're older generation, so they don't relate to the things that you want to do or whatever. So that was difficult. So I can understand. I say all that to say, I don't understand exactly what you're going through, Hell Knight, but I do. I can relate to what you're talking about. And that's why I want to like take a second and just like, you know, like understand your situation better, because, you know, I think what you're going through is important, and how you're feeling regarding it is also important.
Yep.
And
Let me
so
say too that you have you have a lot of potential, and I think you probably a lot more than you realize. Just from the way that you're saying some of the stuff that you're saying right now, you have a lot of potential.
yeah, I feel like one of the hopes that I want to impart to you, just kind of going based off of one of the early things you said. I don't know why there's always a skeleton and a creeper underneath my deck every time I wake up every morning.
I walked over to steal some more oak stuff, and they were there. I was like, okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave that alone.
One idea, one hope that I want to impart to you, Hell Knight, is that your life won't have to be completely dependent upon your parents being there for you. Because that's definitely something that I have worried about growing up, of wondering, will I be able to survive if my parents aren't there for me?
Mm.
And I really do believe that you will do fine. I just want to kind of put that out there.
You know, the thoughtraid community is proof that there are communities out there that will accept you and that you can lean on for support.
Oh, and also Axe is not here. This is Dan Zap.
Yeah, my name is Dan. My name is Dr. Pug. I am not Axeman. I'm sorry to disappoint.
Axeman is somewhere else right at the moment.
The prison.
He's probably.
Was he building you a prison?
He was building me a prison. Well, he was building me a prison.
Hold on, what? I don't understand the difference there.
I just realized you couldn't see me when the gesture I made. I made building me a prison with air quotes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was like, oh wait, there's no way you could see what the heck I was saying. Anyway,
well,
Dan's
I have the stream pulled up, but I couldn't. I wasn't watching.
Watching that moment.
Anyways, Dan, how's the prison going, dude? The prison is still in the blueprints phase. I have not made any progress on the prison. I'm sorry to disappoint. Unless you count this little wooden shack. Would you say this is a prison?
So far, it does not look like a shack. Or, I don't know. Well, I mean, maybe it looks like a little bit of shack, but definitely not a prison.
Shovel boy can dig his own prison. That's right. We're going to put Brandon to work. You build yourself. You made this bed. Now you lie in this prison.
You dig this hole and you put yourself in it. I want to read this real quick because it's another big thing that Hell wrote. Going back, I don't feel like I'm done with what Hell brought up.
Yeah.
He said, I had a friend once that did try. That person stole my money, beat up me, got me into shoplifting, and made me fight younger people that were just nice people having a good time. Really? I don't.
Obviously, that person was not a good influence.
No. I mean, I want to make
Did
sure.
not have your best interest in
the
mind.
way you wrote it made it sound like that wasn't like. That made it sound like that was something. I'm not sure if you were being serious or funny in that moment because I want to make sure. Because I know sometimes people will say things in an exaggerate way. Am I reading that correct? Oh yeah, I don't. So that I did read that correct. You literally did have a friend that tried, and then they stole your money and then beat you up and then got you into shoplifting and made you fight younger people that were just as nice, people having a good time. That is correct. That is not a exaggeration or joke. That is correct. Correct? Make sure I'm reading that correctly. Make sure whatever I say to that is correct. Yep. Okay. Cool. I wanted to just be that. Obviously, and I'm sure you know that now. That person is not a good example for a friend. Smart. Yeah. That is smart.
Yeah, it's good not to deal with him anymore. I understand why you would feel the way that you feel saying I don't do friends anymore, but that one person is not a indicator of what every other person or every other friend would be like in your life.
Yeah, there are healthy people that will encourage you in a direction that does not terminate in shoplifting and beating up innocent people. Mm-hmm. And those are the type of people they take time to find.
They do, yeah. But I don't know. Again, I think you're in, at least with the thoughtraid community. I don't know if you've joined the Discord yet, but that would be a good idea.
Yeah.
And like the more I think, so honestly, I've known Brandon for like 10 years or over 10 years now.
Over 10 years now. It's crazy.
Yeah. I can vouch for him. He's a solid guy. So if you keep listening to our streams, because I think one of the things about getting healthier in life, mentally and emotionally, is the more you do it, the more you start to recognize what unhealthy people, like you start to recognize them more quickly, I guess, and you start to recognize unhealthy tendencies in people more quickly. And there's actually there's a psychologist, I think is named Dr. Henry Cloud. I don't know why I couldn't think of that for a second. And he says healthy people attract other healthy people, and I think that's very true. It's been my experience. The sort of the more you work on your own mental health, and the more you push yourself to grow in those kinds of ways, the more you end up attracting other people that are doing the same. It's just kind of like part of the process. And so I don't know. I wish I could just like download my friendship experience into your brain so you like really see it firsthand. Like, friends don't have to be terrible like that.
Right. So I think in the spirit of learning to dream again.
Yeah.
Let me suggest this. I want you to do something for you. Excuse me, I did not word that correctly. I want you to do something, Hell Knight, that could be maybe helpful for you in this moment. I want you to think and dream right now, what would a good friend look like to you? I'm curious. I'd like to hear about it. But just take a second right now, and I want you to think about, dream in your head right now, daydream, whatever. Think about, what does a good friend look like to you? 5 Gaming is saying, my military dad used to tell me it's better to have one man who would take a bullet for you than having a group who may be pulling the trigger.
Yeah.
That is true.
That's true. Just because you have people around you that you hang out with, it's not necessarily good for you. It can be, but there are other like deeper signs and signals, and those are the things that you start to pick up on as you get healthier yourself.
Oh gosh,
And it can be done. Like, anyone can do it. It's not something that's unattainable for anyone. When I say getting healthier,
I almost looked into the eyes of Enderman, and boy, that had been awkward.
he just like scooches up for a kiss,
Oh god.
unhinges his jaw for a kiss.
Alright, that's a good start. That's a good start, Hell Knight. What else? What else would make a good... What kind of traits would make a good friend? I have 3 close people, and trust me, when you find someone who's willing, you will know. And I agree with that.
Yeah, it's very different when you find someone that actually has your best interests at heart and in mind versus someone that has their own interests in mind. And once you kind of start to see it more and more, it becomes more obvious. Now, I think, honestly, Hell Knight, I think with that experience that you've had with that friend that you're talking about, I think the next time it'll be a little easier to spot some of the bad, like, unhealthy tendencies before you get too wrapped up again in a friendship that's not good for you.
Yeah.
And I started talking about how Brandon is a solid guy because, like, the more you spend time around healthy people, the more you start to pick up what that looks like. And Brandon is a healthy person. So if you watch this stream more, I think that'll help. And I'm not just plugging the stream just to plug the stream. Like, I do want you to just watch the stream because I think it's great. But also, I think you may learn some things about what a healthy person looks like and what a good friend would be.
Fime Gaming says, this might sound odd, but I met my girlfriend 2 years ago, and now I have many people using me, but this may be odd, but my best friend is my girlfriend. Shameless plug.
I don't think that's weird. I think, honestly, I think that's a sign of a pretty good relationship in a lot of cases.
Yeah.
If the person you're dating or married to is really close like that.
I think,
my wife's my best friend.
Right.
I'll say that.
I think a person who's you're going, like, a good marriage, you're going to be, your best friend is going to be your wife.
Mm-hmm.
So you want to have someone in your life, like a woman that you would consider, if you're a man, to consider your best friend. Like, that's normal and good. And a good sign that maybe she could be the one.
Hey, side note, totally off topic, but everyone that's watching the stream now, have you guys signed up yet for the AI battle that's happening tomorrow?
Yes!
It is gonna be bonkers.
It's on, if you don't know already, it's on our Discord group. And the link to our Discord group is in the description below. In the announcement channel is the forum you need to fill out. If you fill out the forum, you do...
You say forum, but it's just like it's like 5 questions about who your AI character is. It's not intimidating.
Yeah, not at all. If you fill out the form, it's your character, a little bit of a background on them, essentially, is the main things. You get a chance at winning a $30 gift card. Now, granted, if you're in another country, we still haven't figured out a work around that except through Steam, I think. So we could do Steam gift cards if you're in any other country beside the United States. But if you are in the United States, I think we are able to do other types of gift cards as well. So just want to put that out there.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
It is, and what it is basically you just come up with any character your imagination can create, or if you want to, you can use like a show character, anime, whatever. You can use like pre-existing characters.
Someone used Goku and won.
Yep, that's our boy Zap. Wait, is Zap? I don't know.
He's still here, I think. Well,
Okay.
I mean, he's partially here.
Zap is a he. Okay, that's what I was.
Oh yeah.
I was like, did I just
Misgender Zap. Use incorrect pronouns.
So anyway, it's so then what happens is Noah, one of the other hosts, one of the other leaders on thoughtraid, he'll take an AI writer, so it's just an AI that acts like an author. He'll put the two characters against each other, and they will fight out to the death, and whoever wins according to the AI will write out a little short story, and they're pretty great. Last time I submitted Bowl of Sneakers, and Bowl of Sneakers is very evil, but Bowl of Sneakers kept getting distracted because the battle took place on the Titanic, and Bowl of Sneakers kept getting distracted and trying to sink the Titanic to kill all the people on the ship because Bowl of Sneakers is evil. So that's what really ultimately caused Bowl of Sneakers' downfall, because that's when the opponent sniped it. Anyway, it's great. Please sign up. I signed up with a new character, and it's going to be bonkers.
I'm gonna do that literally after I get done with the stream before I go off and do other things, so yes. What's
wrong with my character?
What the hell is wrong with your character?
What do you mean? There's nothing wrong with my character. I've got a Bowl of Sneakers. Bowl of Sneakers is very evil. Bowl of Sneakers uses a vacuum cleaner as its primary weapon. And because of that, anytime you put Bowl of Sneakers on the Titanic, it's gonna try to sink it.
Unfortunately, it sucks at doing that.
You know, that's a good point. The Titanic does not need help sinking.
I mean, fair.
But in this alternate reality, Bowl of Sneakers is the cause. Like, more than once. There was, like, several rounds where this happened.
He also said before, he was like, at the end of the day, Hell Knight, you need to take time and look at yourself. You can love others.
Look after yourself.
And look after yourself. Okay, I read that wrong. Sorry, thank you. You can love others, and I tell my girlfriend everything. What is a Hoover gonna do? Suck the water. You don't know. You probably don't want to know.
There was a lot of potential there. It just, I'm pretty sure there was bracket fixing and all kinds of cheating. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just blaming whatever I can because my character lost.
But yeah, like, Hell Knight, let's not stop there. What else, Hell Knight, and Jack be acting up, what else, hello, Noah, what else,
No, I am kidding. I'm sorry, Noah, I am kidding. I do not have any illusions that there was any actual cheating.
There wasn't really at all. We're just being funny. Anyways, Hell Knight, what else? Dream some more. What else would make a good friend? Even if you think, let's go far with this, Hell Knight. Even if you think, nah, that can't be a thing that's acceptable for a good friend. Like, that's not possible. I want to hear it anyways. What else can you dream up of that a good friend would look like to you? And you know what? I want to put this out. I want to throw this out to everyone. The topic we're talking about today, if you're just coming into the middle of it, is the importance of dreaming again in finding hope. So I want to throw this out to anyone who's watching. What characteristics make a good friend? If you were to dream, what does your dream friend look like to you?
Well, why don't we start with you? What characteristics do you know?
Dan,
Makes,
I
well,
am
let
the
me
host of this stream, and I am trying to give other people.
Well, while they're thinking, while their thumbs are going, no. Here's what. Here. I'll go. I'll go first.
Okay, you go first.
A good friend has, I think, one of the most important things is that they have your best interest at heart. And a good friend is willing to sacrifice some of their own, I guess, wants, their own, like, how they, preferences, things like that, in order to have a better friendship with you. Now, that's not saying that you sacrifice everything that you want, because that would be a bad friend in the opposite direction. Right? Like if I, as a person, allowed someone to sacrifice everything they wanted for me, I wouldn't be a good friend to them. So I guess that's another thing, is like having not allowing, a good friend will not allow the other person in the friendship to change everything about them in order to appease them. Okay, like if I'm a good friend, I'm not going to let anyone change everything about them in order to appease me, because that means I don't have that person's best interests at heart.
Yeah, that is true. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
5 Gaming says a good friend needs to be able to wind you up in a funny way and have your back in the right way.
That's true. Yeah, a good friend will. I mean, you're able to hang out and joke around and have a good time.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. I like the wording that you used, Dan, there, like to have a good time.
Mm-hmm. And then have your back. It's true. Like if someone's talking trash, talking, behind, someone's talking behind this person's back, and that person's your friend, standing up for them.
I'm sorry, Fire Gaming. I didn't leave it that way. It's just it didn't get everything, and I'm not gonna bother myself with it deteriorating on its own. It's fine.
It's just being slow. You're gonna have to build a second prison for this sin now.
I don't know if you've noticed it yet, five, but there are other sins I'm committing right now.
There are illegal stacks.
And I'm going to allow that sin to stand. Oh, I have no lighting in my house. It's probably not helpful when it comes to keeping the creepers away.
That's probably bad.
Yeah. I could think of a good reason why things are not working. I like it, Dan. Get him to build the prison, then put him in it. Wait!
That was actually... that was suggested earlier. I think Zap, or was it, I can't remember if it was Zap or Hell Knight, but one of you guys was like, dig your own prison.
And throw yourself in. So, I think, one of my favorite things I'm learning about a good friend, that I want in my life, is a person who doesn't reject me for my weaknesses.
Oh yeah, that's huge.
Yeah. Welcome back for the 3rd time. While you're with me, Zap, can you please quickly tell me, are you legitimately like on a camping trip and you're periodically pulling up the stream? I want to know.
I did too. The prison's going great. I'm gonna start any moment.
But yeah, a person who does not reject me for my weaknesses. Not to say that they just don't challenge me in my weaknesses. That's not what I'm suggesting. Just to be clear. Oh, not a camping trip. The tent is set up on my deck. Oh, that's kind of cool.
That's dope. I've done that before. Set it up on the deck. Now, back in the day when we had like CRT TVs, the ones with the giant backs.
Uh-huh.
And I had that set up with the GameCube, And me and a friend, I don't know why. I mean, we could have played GameCube inside, but we were like, no, we're setting up a tent on the damn deck, and we're gonna play.
You have tents. I just slept in a tent. Nice. It's huge, bro. We got 4 people in here, and there's still room. Nice.
I think that I don't know. Me and my wife are talking about we're gonna have a vacation soon, and we're talking about setting up a tent in the living room.
Ooh,
just for a good time.
that does sound like a good time.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, not necessarily that the person, doesn't challenge me in my weaknesses and helps me grow, but more specifically that they don't just say, "Ooh, we can't be friends. That's awkward. I'm sorry, we're not friends anymore." Like that's really important to me, women.
I'm glad. I'm happy for you sleeping in that wet field, if that's what you're into. What do you mean? What do you mean, women barf? My woman is not barf. She is auga.
Perfect. Oh. Yeah, that's something I'm really discovering I need to not worry about being rejected because when I bring something to my friends, I don't even know how I feel about it in the moment. I don't need the pressure of someone rejecting me when I'm trying to bring out something that I'm insecure about. It's very helpful to have friends that are secure enough that I can be like, hey, I don't like this about myself.
I'm laughing at the chat. Keep going.
I figured you were. Caveman like women.
Ooga, ooga.
You heard it
here, folks. She is a ooga. Breaking.
So that's been very helpful over the past month, specifically, for me. Recognizing that and experiencing that and having the grace for what I'm going through.
Yeah. Yep, that's really important. Being a friend, like having room in their, I guess, making room for each other's imperfections, because people are not perfect, and so there are going to be imperfections.
That is very true. I do feel like a lot of people still expect perfection out of people.
Yeah, I think so. Which is, it sucks.
Yeah. It is a thing. It happens.
Yeah. Because it's like, if you're looking for the perfect friendship, the moment you find it, it's not going to be perfect anymore because you're in the friendship now.
Fair.
Like, you're not a perfect person, so the moment you bring your imperfections into it, it's no longer perfect. There's never going to be a perfect friendship, but it's not to say that there's definitely things that you, as you kind of learn more about what a good friendship looks like, there are things that you, I guess, learn not to put up with anymore. Like a friend that would force you to fight people, a friend that would force you to shoplift, or even if they're not forcing you, but like prodding you in that direction at all. Like, those are not healthy behaviors. It's not good. That's not a good friend.
I just joined Discord and signed into the battle robot thingy. Anyways, it's 1 in the morning.
1 in the morning.
Good night, Hell Knight.
Okay, good night.
Thanks for
Good
joining
talking
us.
to you.
I hate the tent. I'm trapped in a room full of idiots. Wow. Ba-dum, ba-dum, bum, 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 ba-dum. Wow. Oh no!
Mamma mia!
I gotta continue working on my Mario accent. I do have one, and it is pretty decent.
Have I ever told you about this? I had this random idea one time about just making and stop illegally stacking donuts. Never.
You can't stop me. Haha.
The donuts will continue to be stacked until we pass 64.
The donuts stay stacked. Mamma mia, not the idiots.
Oh gosh.
You were saying.
What was I saying? I don't
remember anymore.
Oh yeah, I had this idea for a tabletop RPG where everyone like picks video game characters. It's just like a multiverse of video games. I think it'd be kind of fun.
I'm not played in such an example, but I known some of the people in my previous gaming community to have done that. Mr. Left, he hosted one where everything was kind of based in the Mario world.
Okay,
It's kind of
yeah.
cool. Kind of some similar-esque.
I mean, I could see something like that. Like that would be fun too. The idea that I had was like literally just whatever video game, kind of like a Smash Brothers esque, but tabletop RPG instead. So you could just bring whatever character you want in. There's a hole here. I just mined iron and it fell down the hole.
Oh God!
I created the hole by mining the anyway.
Sounds like you got a whole problem going on right there. Ah!
Stop.
Stop
Help,
me
I'm
because I can't be stopped.
I'm trapped in a streaming tent with Brandon. I'm losing brain cells. Just like Zap.
Oh God! I keep messing it up.
Zap, did you put yourself in this tent? Did you put yourself willingly in this tent?
Help! I have been held here against my will. Oh gosh. Just thinking of the concept of like camping on a deck just takes me back to your parents' previous house and
Yeah,
just
that's where
camping
we
on
did
that
it.
deck.
Yeah.
Oh,
That
perfect.
was what I was talking about earlier, yeah.
I just remember the last time I was there sitting on the deck and like looking up into the stars at night.
Ugh.
That
The
was
view
nice.
of the stars was so good there. There was like very little light pollution.
Yes.
Or a lot less than most places at least. Who needs women when you have Minecraft? But listen, 5 Gaming, what if you can have both?
Women and Minecraft.
I actually got my wife into Minecraft, and there's been periods of our life where like all of our free time has gone into playing Minecraft and building things. And
Oh,
it's a good time.
it sounds like a dream.
I found hell, and it's this tent. You can have both. Yeah, bruh, you can have both. There are girl gamers everywhere. Well, not everywhere, but they're out there.
Not everywhere.
They're out there, though.
You could
Zap,
entirely.
you didn't answer my question. Did you put yourself in this tent willingly? I have to know.
The world needs answers. We don't need sleep. We need answers.
See, Noah and Lauren play everything together, is what he says. That warms my heart.
That warms the cackles of my heart.
Yeah, cackles is a weird word, though, so I'm not going to say that.
But it's the word I used.
Zap, you're ignoring the question.
He's missing the question, which is ironic because he always points out whenever I miss his questions. I see the double standard. No,
Do not get anywhere near my cackles.
you will in fact not touch my cackles.
False!
Incorrect.
You cannot.
Noah is in love. Will you be doing? You'll be doing the voice acting tomorrow, right? Is that correct, Dan?
Yeah, I totally forgot that was tomorrow, so...
You will not be doing the voice acting
I
tomorrow.
may have to get back to you on that.
Wow.
I would like to, and I think I might be able to, but yeah.
Are you even on our Discord server 5 Gaming? Do you have like a different name on Discord? Yeah, if Dan can, I definitely will. We now have Prime for Streamlabs now, so we're actually streaming here Twitch, and Facebook all at the same time.
What's your name on Discord, 5?
Yeah, what is your name on Discord, 5 Gaming? 5 Guy, 5... Yeah. 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 I'm
Brain
okay.
did not work down now.
What's Facebook? Well, I mean... Yeah, see? There you go! Look at that! Look at you!
Wait, what?
Brad456. I have not
Okay,
seen that
okay.
name. Are you saying anything on our Discord, 5 Gaming? You should start challenging Zap with the amount of memes that he posts every day, okay? Someone has to put Zap in
meme
his
off.
place, yes. Oh, he joined like a second ago. Okay, cool. Cool.
Literally just joined.
Someone needs to... Oh, hey, there you go. You've joined the raid. Now that shows up. There you go. We already can see that. Hello.
Brad.
I
456.
I do dare challenge you, Zap. Someone needs to challenge your reign. Into the ground. Look.
I don't have any good meme sources. I need a meme guy, you know? I need a meme supplier. I got supply chain issues with
You
my
do,
memes.
but you were the one that introduced me to the entire concept of like a meme YouTube playlist.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I didn't have one until we moved in together.
I'm not sure that one is still being updated.
You didn't turn on being able to sub yet, No, being able to sub is not something until we get to a certain amount of subscribers. Like, we have to have a certain amount of subscribers, stream a certain amount of times, and get a certain amount of views before we are considered affiliates with Twitch in order to get bits. But we can do some sort of subscription system in the panels of the Twitch channel.
And if you want to support the channel, we have a Patreon.
That is true. Okay, we haven't talked about this in a while. One of the goals of Thought Raid is I would like to really be able to give you, like, pump out regular daily content, not just in live streams, but also through short videos on TikTok and Instagram. We'd like to really increase our social media presence. And I would really like to, bring on the people who've been volunteering their time on our team and give them a paycheck for what they're doing, because there's a lot of work that we do to kind of bring you what you see here. And one of the ways that we're able to do what we're doing is through donations through Patreon. We've got different levels of subscriptions on Patreon, from $1 all the way up to multiple dollars. I think at, like, for instance, the $25 level, you do get a free shirt as part of that, but there are different perks at different levels if you're looking to subscribe. So if you've enjoyed this, huh?
Where am I supposed to look, 5? I'm in Discord. Just wanted to ask that. Keep going.
So if you're wanting to support us, and there is no expectation with this is not here, like, if you don't support us, then, no, I work a full-time job. We're all working together. We're good. But we'd love to be able to do more. And so if you've really been enjoying us and you want to support us so we can continue to grow and expand, there is a link to our Patreon also in the links below, as well as to, I think, our PayPal. If you want to do like a one-time donation, that's an option as well. So I just wanted to put that out there if you're interested, but no pressure. No expectations with that.
Okay, I'm in the general chat and looking at some memes.
Oh.
There is a meme channel, but
Yeah.
it doesn't hurt to have a few memes in the general chat.
It does not. But yes, there is a channel with a laugh base on it. It's called Memes and Dreams, I think.
Memes and Dreams.
Yes. So, yeah, that's the perfect place to post meme. So, I think we're getting to that spot here. I think I can push myself until 9, and then at that point we can stop at 9. Does that sound good to you, Dan?
Yeah. Sorry, I was distracted. I was,
By the
watching one of
memes.
the memes of the capybara.
Oh, capybara's memes. Those are great.
It's pretty good. Pretty good.
I'm looking at this perpetually, trying to figure out how I'm supposed to finish and continue this, and my brain is melting trying to figure this out. How do they do this?
Oh God.
I think I want to have it.
That Anakin one makes me a little uncomfortable. Just the thought of that burned. That being burned. Whew.
Just him burning in general.
There's a picture of a hot dog, a burned hot dog. So like, there's a burned. What do you mean auga? That's not auga. That's the opposite of auga. That's womp womp.
That's agua. The opposite.
Agawa.
Agua.
That makes me feel agawa.
Agua.
You know, I gotta be honest. I ain't done nothing this session.
I know it's really hard.
I haven't really done much. I did get almost a full stack of iron. Actually, I think I did get a little over a full stack. I'm just kind of like waiting on these trees, and I guess I could plant more trees. That would probably help, because like the main material that I need right now is oak wood.
Ow. And the main material that I need is acacia wood, which is currently in the way of my building.
If there's one body part I could choose to save from crispy, it would be that. It would be the hot dog. Okay, I say that, but like, what about if it was my face?
I know, or my legs. I like my legs, or my arms.
Hold on, you rank your legs higher than your face.
I want to walk,
If
Dan.
everything else has to be burned, I'm saving the legs.
I don't know. Maybe my face. Maybe my face is important more than the legs.
You like, people look at you and they're like, "Oh God, what happened?" You're like, "It's okay. My legs look great."
And that's all that matters. Oh man. What is that?
Yeah, I don't know. Either the hot dog or the face.
Hot dog. God. My brain just went to hot dog to the face, and I'm like, no. Brain, no.
Stop.
Stop. Well, Anakin didn't get a choice. He was cut like a sushi roll. He didn't have a choice in the matter, so be thankful.
Yeah, but then he got a dope suit afterward. The next 3 movies, he's in this dope suit. This dope suit with a helmet, and it's dope. I can't think of another adjective.
It was a suit, and it was dope, and it was a suit, and it was dope. Oh God, not the hot dog in the face. I know, that's why I was bothered that it came to mind. It was worse for me than it was for you, honestly.
We don't do that.
We don't talk about that here.
We don't talk about hot dogs. Oh no, I can't sing. Demonetized.
Oh no! It's dope, and it is dope, with a side of dope. It is not dope. Dan had a deep moment.
A dirt moment.
Oh, a dirt moment.
What? Just because I couldn't think of another word, it makes me a dirt boy now.
Dirt boy.
Maybe that'll be my next AI character.
Dirt boy. Dirt. That would be fun. I'm gonna end the stream. I'm gonna go to the bathroom, and then when I'm done going to the bathroom, because you totally need to know that detail about my life, I'm gonna make a character for tomorrow.
What are you gonna do in there? Don't answer that.
You want to know? Oh gosh. Having you as a co-host is wonderful, Dan.
Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate the opportunity, and you're my favorite co-host. You're white. I can't say that.
I'm white.
Wait, Noah is Noah here? Noah, you're not here, are you?
No, he's not here. He's gonna take the hot dog to the face in the bathroom. Wait. Offense builds.
Honestly, every time you... I'm sorry. Okay, every time you eat a hot dog, in a way, you're taking a hot dog to the face. It's a very particular part of your face.
Every time you like something and you clap, you're hitting yourself because you like something.
That's true.
I don't know why you brought it up, but thank you.
I don't even see that. And who
Glizzy.
said that? Glizzy.
Oh gosh. Oh, I got 2 acacia wood planks to put down, and then I'm ending the stream. Oh, that's upside down! Thank God I'm not cursed with the shovel that I had to break with the shovel.
You'll need a 3rd prison.
No.
For misplacing your blocks.
Oh, no. Alright, well. I want to thank you guys for watching. It's been a lot of fun, and I want to thank you, Five Gaming, Zap, and Hell Knight, all of you for coming and chatting with us today. I appreciate it always, and Noah, thank you for stopping by. If you enjoyed this stream, make sure to like it, and to subscribe and hit the bell notification, or if you're on Twitch, make sure to follow us. I think that's how it works there. Follow us on Twitch. Because we're going live every week, and we like people being a part of our stream so we can chat with them like we're doing now. And
Monday, Friday, Saturday.
Yep, you want to be a part of that. And I want to encourage you also, if you've not done so already, make sure to join us on our Discord group, because that is how we
24/7.
We keep you update. Sometimes we're in there playing games together. So if you want to do something outside of stream, that's the place to be. But I want to thank you guys for being a part of all this. And with that said, we broadcast every week, Monday, Friday, and Saturday, like Dan said, at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So we'll be live again tomorrow with the AI battle. You don't want to miss it. It's going to be hilarious. We'll see you again soon.
I see a potential in my eyes. I see a potential. I never lost sight of the reason why you're alive. You're alive. You're alive. We sing Jesus.